Go back to the pit you call home.
Well, it's about freaking time. We are so back. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Ninja Gaiden 4 related video. As of today, we got a brand new trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4's DLC and also a release date, which I'll be going over and giving my overall opinions and thoughts on what is going to be in this DLC. So for starters, let's go over the release date, which is March 4th, which is only in a couple of days. And in a previous video, I saw a comment saying something very funny, how it would not come out in 2026, and now that comment is aged pretty poorly. No shade to the commenter. Regardless, going over the 18-minute long trailer, we do see a lot in such a short amount of time. Opening the trailer with Yakumo's brand new scythe weapon, which we already did know of from the poster of the Two Masters DLC previously. But what we didn't know of is that we are getting brand new enemy types and bosses for this DLC, along with actual story content, which we do hear a mysterious voice in certain bits of this trailer, which is more than likely the main antagonist of the story aspect of this DLC, saying your battered bloodlines in here, which is a threat to both the Raven clan and the Hayabusa clan, which we do hear Ryu's response to this antagonist figure, where we do also see brand new enemies as well. One of them kind of reminds me of a certain enemy type from Ninja Gaiden 2, where they are a certain type of creature with different guns and also metallic stuff attached to them, which honestly looks pretty freaking cool. And throughout the mini trailer, when it comes to the enemy variety, we do see a lot of different fiend-based enemies, which does mean that the main antagonist is more than likely a fiend herself, similar to what we saw from the base game. And some of those enemy types do make a return in this DLC, which is very interesting, and I'll get into some theories that I have later on. But we do see Ryu using his brand new weapon, only briefly, and we do see a scene of him maybe acquiring it, which is the gauntlet weapon that we've seen from promotional material and with his figure that was released previously. This brand new weapon for Ryu looks fairly interesting, and I did get some things wrong about it in a previous video, where when I discussed it previously, I said that it was a whip and also gauntlet. I was actually wrong about the weapon and how it works, because obviously we do know that it can create some type of whip-like blade. I previously assumed that the whip aspect of the weapon was separate from the gauntlets, but it actually is attached to the idea of the gauntlets, where the gauntlets can shoot out some type of whip that you can use for long range, but also it looks like you can do more than just that. The gauntlets themselves look like they do have some type of blade that you can use in combat, very similar to something from Assassin's Creed, more than likely having two different aspects of functionality in combat, which could make up for the lack of variety when it comes to Ryu's lack of weapons, but probably won't make up for the fact that fans are going to be pissed that Ryu is only getting one weapon for this DLC. And that's a good segue. Okay, let's talk about this. I know that fans, including myself, are not going to like this, and honestly, this kind of frustrates me. And I do know more than likely a lot of fans are probably going to be frustrated with this aspect as well. And I have talked about this previously, and I don't want to sound like a freaking broken record, but again, adding only one brand new weapon to Ryu's kit is very frustrating because he doesn't have a lot to work with the changes you made to his combat. Yes, you're giving one weapon to each character, but at the same time, one character has too many weapons and one character doesn't have enough, which does not even it out, it makes it worse. I might give them a pass considering how they changed the idea of how weapons work in Ninja Gaiden, with Yakumo with his weapons being a 2-in-1. And if the brand new weapon for Ryu works very similarly, then I will give them a slight pass. It would be 3 weapons for the character instead of just 2. And the weapon itself better be freaking good, because from what we do see, it does look pretty interesting. And this DLC will have more story content, which is actually a leg up from Devil May Cry 4, which Ninja Gaiden 4 was compared to a lot with its structure and story. And unlike that game, they didn't just add brand new characters with no other new things, they're adding brand new story, new bosses, and also new modes, which does confirm a lot more new enemies and also boss fights as well, which is teased for one of the images for the DLC. Also, the other modes that they are adding look pretty interesting, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. As for the villain of the DLC, I do think it will be related to the idea of Achilles, but I could be wrong because the female demon voice does sound like our tech expert, but I don't really know. Also, the DLC does not confirm any other new characters that you can play as, so no playable Ayane or other characters, which is slightly disappointing considering we do have a new design for Ayane, and with the recent revival of Dead or Alive and the brand new designs we have for that for Ninja Gaiden, despite it being a little disappointing, at the same time, it's still pretty cool with what we do get from this DLC and what is revealed. So I honestly can't complain too much because what we are getting is pretty amazing, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you like what we're getting, or are you slightly disappointed, or are you actually going to get the DLC when it comes out in March? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're at it, make sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy and found it informative, or change it to a dislike if you didn't, and let me know why in the comments down below. And if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notifications button to be notified whether I upload. And check out some of the other related content on this channel, whether it's Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, Star Wars, Spider-Man, or any other content under the sun. Have a good rest of your guys' night, morning, afternoon, or whatever it is for you in the world. Check out some of the other videos on screen. Peace out. Bye-bye.